Good morning. Hope everybody's doing well today. Ready for an athletic yoga flow. Give everybody a couple of minutes or a minute or so to join. Just gonna start rotating and warming up. Breathe. We start by reaching straight up towards the ceiling, leaning from side to side, rolling onto toes. Hands can be behind your head. Back and forth, pointing those toes towards the ground. Your hands don't have to be behind your head, but I'm gonna do that just so they're out of the way. Breathe. You can also put them behind your back. Inhale. Exhale. All right, you're gonna lift up, reaching up towards the ceiling. Feet are wider than hip width apart. Breathe, elongate, come down. Exhale up. Down and exhale up. Down and up. Want to add a little something to it? You can come onto your toes if you would like. You don't have to go as deep as I am, as always with this one. You can even keep it like here. You don't have to. It's just to get the whole body warmed up. So you can go as deep or as shallow as you want. Trying to just get that heart rate working. Breathe up and down. Up and down. Breathe. Reach up towards that ceiling. I'm gonna check one thing on my phone. Y'all will keep going. So keep going up and down, up and down. Good. Breathe. Keep breathing. You're up and down, getting that heart rate up. Hop onto those toes. If you haven't already, let's go a little bit faster. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Breathe up and down. Inhale, exhale. Follow that 1 to 2 ratio of breathing. 2 seconds, inhale. 4 seconds, exhale. Breathe. Sink back into those heels when you come down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Deep breath. Hands come to the middle. Feet are hip width apart. Close your eyes. Breathe. Feel the beat of your heart against your chest. Inhale 2 seconds. Exhale 4. And breathe. Calm that central nervous system down. Feeling that heart rate lower. Draw those shoulders back. Your shoulder blades are kind of pulling down your back. And breathe. Come to the end of your mat. Nice. Stand nice and tall. Lifting up and reaching towards the ceiling. I'm going to tuck my tailbone under, so I'm trying not to have a curved back. I'm gonna tuck my tailbone under and then push on my hips. So I'm pushing my hips back and away. This is gonna be really important later on when we do something to get our heart rate up. So you're gonna push your hips back like this. When you push them back, you're gonna come all the way down. So bend your knees as much as you need to. Come out into a plank and breathe. Hold a plank. Hips are nice and high, not high, but they're high, they're not dipping down. Hold it, lower, lift up. Breathe, come down, onto your toes, push up, push into down dog. You're tucking that tailbone out, so you're not tucking it under, but you're pushing it out and away. Push the ground away. Elbows are drawing in towards one another. Breathe. Come forward, back into a plank. Now this one is a little bit tricky, and it's going to be hard to do on your toes, so feel free to drop to your knees if you need to. This is going to be a tricep kind of focus. It's adding up dog, but it's making it more focused on your triceps. So how you come into it, you're going to come into a push-up. I'll start on my knees and I'm going to do it on my toes. Knees, you're going to come down. You're not going to go all the way to the ground. You're going to push up. So your hips could be hovering on this one. You're going to come down and then you're going to push straight up. So what it looks like on our toes, you're going to come down. You're going to push up. You're going to come down and then back. All right, so on your knees again. Down, up, down, and down. All right? You're alternating or going all with one. Breathe. Come back into down dog for just a second. Hold it. We're going to do another set of those. We're not doing very many. We're only going to do about 5 or 6 every time we go down because they are harder. Come forward. Down. Up. Down. Push up. Down. Up. Down. Push up. Down. Up. Down. Push up, down, up, push up, woo, one more, down, up, push up, woo, down dog, walk it out, stretch out those arms, breathe, drive those heels closer to the ground, but it doesn't matter if they're hovering, pushing the ground away, elbows are drawing in towards one another, hips are untucked. Breathe, come forward. This is our last one, guys. 5. You got this. Down, up, down, up, down. Lifted, up, down, up, lifted. One more. And drop to your knees, or if you're already on your knees, just sink back into a child's pose and rest. Breathe. Arms can be up front, arms can be back to your sides. It's up to you. Two more breaths. Remember, you're breathing 2 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Come forward. Lie on your stomach, and you're gonna bend your knees. Your heel's gonna push up towards the ceiling. And when I'm doing this, my heels are kind of together. So they're not separated. For me, it's more comfortable this way, so that's why I do it. So my heels are together, and it's like I'm flexing my toes a little bit towards my shins, and then I am pushing up towards that ceiling. And then I'm also going to add in a row with my back. So I'm going to come down, I'm gonna lift up, arms rowing back, and my butt is working. It's glute target, right? You're pushing up towards the ceiling. Hold, and relax, come down. Breathe. Push those heels up towards the ceiling, squeeze that back. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, and relax. And breathe. Let's lift it up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And relax. Come up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. One of my clients said this is a parachute move because it looks like you're jumping out of an airplane, so I like that. I'll use that. So come up, squeeze, push those glutes up towards the ceiling. Squeeze that back and drop it down. Breathe. Lift up, push towards the ceiling, squeeze that back. Breathe and relax. Let's do 2 more. Push up towards that ceiling, come up, squeeze the back, squeeze, 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 and relax. We got 1 more. Breathe up, squeeze, 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 and relax. Push back onto your knees into a kneeling position. Now we're gonna go back to those in a second, but we're gonna push into a down dog, or we're gonna stay on our knees and bring our hips to our hands. It would look like this on your knees, just rotating your foot to your hand, or you are in down dog and you're rotating it forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, all on the same leg. Breathe. Either kneeling or in down dog, or alternating between the two. We have 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Good, come back, switch sides. Forward and back, forward and back. Keep it active. Notice I'm not really going into the full down dog every time. I'm just tapping that foot back and bringing it forward. Breathe. 2 more. Good, bring it back. Drop to those knees. Come up for just a second before we go back down on our stomach. Breathe. When you're ready, come down. Breathe. Bend those legs. Drive those heels up towards the ceiling. Pulling our shoulders back. Squeezing our shoulder blades together. Hold and relax. Breathe. Push. Lift up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Squeeze those glutes. Breathe. And drop. Up. And squeeze. 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 There you go. Breathe. Push up. Make sure it's your glutes working to lift it and it's not your low back doing the lifting. Go back and feel that your glutes are working. Come down. Lift up. Squeeze. Hold it. And relax. Breathe. Let's lift up. Hold and squeeze. We got 3 more, guys. Breathe up. Squeeze. Hold. Hold. And come down. Lift up. 1 more after this one. Hold it. And come down. 1 more, guys. Up. Squeeze squeeze that back. Squeeze, 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 and relax. Oh, come into child's pose, active. Come back and forth, go into a cat-cow. Round and back into child's pose. Forward, cat-cow. Untucking and tucking your tailbone into child's pose. Untucking and tucking into child's pose. Go at your own rhythm, your own pace for this. Breathe. All right, guys, I want you to keep doing that. And as you're doing that, you're going to watch as I do this next thing. Now, this one is kind of, if you're familiar at all with an animal flow, they're called animal flows because they're very fluid movements. It's a mixture of yoga and some other martial arts kind of technique. But you're going to come from down dog, and I'm going to show you again a couple of different variations of this. But you're going to be in down dog, and remember, watch before you do anything. You're in down dog, tailbone is untucked, right? You're going to take your right leg, you're going to bring it in. Now you could stop here, this could be it. Or you can go to the opposite elbow, and that could be it. Or you can bring your foot out, and that could be it. If you want to make it a little more athletic, when you bring your knee in and you bring this out, you can open up. So you open to the side. In fact, I'm going to do this facing y'all so you can see it. So if I'm in down dog, pushing the ground away, right knee comes in, comes out to the side, touches the ground, and then I kind of, if you notice, I bend this other leg, and I'm going to sit down, come back up, go into down dog, switch legs, sit down, come back up. So again, from the side, it would look something like this. Drop it down, down dog. Drop it down, down dog. I have limited space, so mine's a little bit funky on the one side. I apologize for that. Otherwise, bring it in and rotate and hold it here, and then come back. You don't have to do the full kick through. Breathe. We're only doing one round of these, alternating. Again, if you're just joining, these are an animal flow kick through, but you can just bring your elbow, your knee to your elbow instead if this is a little bit too much or too uncomfortable to do. We got two more on each side. Right, and drop to your knees. Go into child's pose, go into cat-cow. Do whatever feels good. Breathe for a second. Like I said, we're only doing one round of those. We're not going to do too much more because we have a lot of poses to get through. And I don't want your arms to get too tired before we go into this next combination move. So take a second, close your eyes if you need to. Focus on your breathing, 2 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Breathe. All right, watch again before you do this. This is going to be a rotating plank with a little bit of a clamshell opening, functional strength, right? Mobility and strength all tied into one. You are going to be on your forearms. You will stay on your knees for this one because of when you rotate, you want to be on your knees. So we're going to stay on our knees. You're going to have cactus arms as you do this. So on your forearms, on your knees, You're going to rotate open, open to the side, cactus arms, legs are bent. You're gonna come up and you're squeezing this glute. So I'm lifting, coming back down, rotate, rotate to the other side, cactus arms, leg lifts, and then I'm squeezing it up towards the ceiling. Come down, rotate. If you would like to stay on your toes for this part and then just come down to the knees, that's also an option, of course. Come down, open, lower, rotate, lower, open, squeeze that glute as you open to the side, rotate. I'm going onto my toes because I find it easier to do it that way. Open, come down, breathe, up, lift, rotate, down, up, open, and down, breathe, rotate again, open, lift, rotate. Last one on each side, open, open, and relax. Go into child's pose or puppy pose, which the difference is your legs are more at 90 degree, and puppy pose. Or go into child's pose or whatever pose feels comfortable and relaxing. Breathe. We're going to be standing for this next one. And in past classes, I've said you could put a pillow on the ground where your knee would go so you don't accidentally hit the ground with your knee. You're welcome to do that with this one. You're going to be doing a reverse lunge to a warrior three, to a kick through, to a reverse lunge again. So I like to make things extra complicated and have just like a dozen different movements all in one because why not, right? So you're going to be standing up tall, nice and straight. Go ahead and grab your pillow if you think you'll need it. You're going to be lunging back. Your knee shouldn't touch the ground. It's just in case it does. So you're standing tall. You're going to take your right leg and you're going to do a reverse lunge. Now when you're doing a lunge, you never want your knee to come forward. And so that's why we're doing it in reverse because it's very hard to have that happen. So you're coming back into a reverse lunge, or if your knees don't feel the best, come into a warrior pose instead. You can come into a warrior pose, or you can come into a reverse lunge. It's going to be up to you. You're going to come here, or here in warrior. Active warrior, those who are on your toes. You're going to come here, then you're going to push off those toes, hinge your hips forward. Toes are spread out. Your chest, think of it like a forward fold. Your leg and your chest are coming up and down at the same momentum. Now you can hold on to a wall if you need to. Your hands can be in heart center, they can be out to the side, they can be in the front, they can go back as well. Hold here, come up, all on the same leg. You're kicking forward or bending knee forward, either one. Swinging it back into a lunge, a reverse lunge, or that reverse warrior step back. All right, coming forward, back into warrior three, all on the same leg. Your hips shouldn't be open to the side, so your hips should be nice and parallel to the ground. Breathe, come through, kick, hold or knee bent. Bring it back, reverse lunge. Coming forward, hinging from that hip. Chest is dropping, leg is lifting. Breathe, swing it through, hold, bring it back, reverse lunge. Breathe, come forward. Dropping the chest, core is active. Come Come forward, kicking. Bring it back. Breathe, come forward, hinge. Breathe, kick it forward. All on the same leg still, guys. Breathe, come down, hinge forward. Breathe. Kick it through. Reverse lunge, we have 2 more. Hinge. Kick through. Reverse lunge. Come forward. Ooh, kick through. Step back into reverse lunge and rest. You could drop to that knee. Hold it here. Breathe. How are your legs feeling? Good? Mine are feeling good. All right, you're holding. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Now we're gonna be doing the same thing minus the kick through. So you're gonna come up, you're coming through, come into warrior 3, come back down into reverse lunge, or you're holding that warrior pose. It is totally up to you. Kicking up, warrior 3, hinging from those hips, coming down, reverse lunge, or warrior pose, right? Either one, come up, breathe, all on that same leg still. Down, up. We have 3 more. Good job. Almost done with this leg, guys, I promise. We are only doing 1 round of this. This is why we're doing so many. Good, and relax that leg. Shake it out. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Should be feeling good right now. Should be feeling very awake. It's like my leg just had coffee, right? Just this leg though, not this leg. So make sure you don't do the same leg. We're gonna start same way. I'm gonna start kneeling. I started with my left leg, so I'm now gonna do my right leg. Remember, we're starting either in that warrior position or reverse lunge. If you did use a pillow, make sure you move it over so it's under the correct knee. Spread those toes out before you come up. Again, warrior 1, position, active stance, so on your toes, or in a reverse lunge, hinging forward. Oops. Need more space from the wall. Hinging forward, chest and leg coming up equally. Breathe, come through, kick through, hold. Bring it back. Reverse lunge or warrior stance, right? Come back into warrior 3. Hold. Arms can be doing whatever you need them to do to help balance. Hold onto the wall, kick through, bring back. Hinge. This is my bad balance side, guys, so if I fall, you're all witnesses to it, okay? I am definitely holding onto the wall because this leg is like not having it today. Let's bring it through. Leg goes straight. Right, reverse lunge. Hinge forward. Lift that leg. Chest is dropping equally. Come forward, leg is straight or bent. You can have it bent as well. If you got tight hamstrings, bent is probably better. Reverse lunge, warrior 3. Breathe, come through. Reverse lunge, warrior 3. Spread those toes, kick through. Bent leg, straight leg. Reverse lunge, warrior 3. It's all in that hip hinge, guys. Kick through. Step back. Warrior 3. And I'm falling. Warrior 3. Kick through. Reverse lunge. 2 more. Warrior 3. Kick through. Reverse lunge. 1 more. Warrior 3. Kick through. Reverse lunge and rest. Rest here. And breathe. Remember, we're still gonna do our reverse lunge or warrior to a warrior 3, however you wanna do it. But no kick through on this one, guys. Take a second. Catch your breath. Breathe. Deep inhales and exhales. 2 seconds inhaling, 4 seconds exhaling. Breathe. And lift up into warrior 3. Back down, either into reverse lunge or warrior 1, step back. And down. Come up. And down. Come up. Remember, it's a hip hinge. Your chest and your legs should be like a seesaw. It's moving at the same rate as one comes up and the other one goes down. Breathe. Oh, we got this. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, last 1. And come down. Ooh, shake out that. Now this leg has coffee as well. They're both awake. All right, shake them out, shake them out, shake them out. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Take a second, stand up. We're gonna go down to the ground in a second, but just keep standing, kind of twisting side to side. Walk your legs, get that blood flow moving. Breathe. Now this next one is going to be, it's called a Hindu squat, except we're doing a Hindu hinge, let's put it that way. It is everything we just did, except faster and more, well, the other one was very controlled as well. This will be just as controlled. It's gonna get your heart rate up, or it should. When I talk about a hinge, I want you to imagine when you're a kid and you watch those cartoons where they had like a cane that grabbed a character and like pulled them off scene. So I want you to imagine, it sounds funny, I want you to imagine that you have like a cane around your hips and something's pulling them back. If you were pulled in that direction, your knees wouldn't bend, right? Your hips would lead back. So I want you to think of that as you do this, because you're gonna hip hinge, keeping your legs soft bend, right? Not perfectly straight, they're not bent forward though. Your knees should not move at all in this exercise, it should only be your hips. You're leaning back, stretching out, back is nice and straight. You're gonna come up, squeeze your glutes, and pull back. Hips pull back, come up, squeeze your back. Big exhale as you come up, okay? So my hips pulling back, big exhale. Inhale, exhale, squeezing the glutes as I exhale. Going now as fast as you can. Only do this faster once you have the rhythm down. So if you're going like that, if your knees are coming forward, no, that's not it. Your hips are moving back. You're coming up, squeezing those glutes. This is essentially like a kettlebell swing. Same mechanics if you've ever done one of those, which is a great exercise. Squeeze those glutes, stretch those hamstrings. This is an active stretch. Breathe. Big exhale at the top. Pulling those shoulders back, squeezing those glutes. I'm not going super deep, guys. Only go to where it's comfortable. As long as your hips are what is moving and not your knees. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a second. Close your eyes, roll those shoulders back. 2-second inhale, 4-second exhale. Did that visual actually help y'all with the hip hinge, or am I just crazy? Because I was thinking about that last night, how it's like a cartoon. Y'all let me know if that made sense, okay? Up and back, up and back. Now roll them forward. Come to the edge of your mat. Hinge those hips once again. Come all the way down. Breathe. You're gonna come into regular old cat-cow. Untuck the hips. Head comes up, looks towards the ceiling. Tuck those hips. Tuck that chin. Open. Exhale. Back and forth. Lean back into that child's pose position. Take your right elbow, tuck it inside of your knee, like so. Open up. Hold and look up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Hold. Bring it back down. Tuck the other elbow in. Rotate and open. Look up towards that hand. Rotate to the other side. Knee is tucked inside that knee. I'm sorry, elbow is tucked inside that knee. Your knee is not tucked inside that knee. It's funny, guys. I look back on these videos and I definitely said the wrong body part or movement with certain movements, so forgive me. It's in the moment, you know, you don't even realize you're saying it. Switch sides. Elbow tucked into that knee. Breathe. One more on each side. Elbow tucked in. Open up. Breathe. Bring it back. Elbow tucked in. Rotate to the other side. I love this movement. Tucking your elbow into your knee prevents you from cheating in it and really forces your thoracic mid-back spine to focus on the twist. All right, guys, you're gonna come to your back, so get there however you can. Lie straight on your back. Windshield wiper it out. This is one I love. Elbows or arms come out like a T. Windshield wiper your legs. Now, if you want more of a hip stretch, have them wider. So it's almost like when we do that 90-90 stretch that I do almost every class. This is similar to it. So if your feet are wider, your legs are going to be at more of a 90-degree angle. If that's too uncomfortable, keep your knees together and alternate that way. Your choice today. I'm going to do the lying 90-90 stretch, so mine are nice and wide. Alternating back and forth. The goal here is not to let my shoulder come up. I want my upper back to stay on the ground as I rotate. Your torso is where you should feel it. Into your thoracic spine, your upper back. Breathe. If you want to further this stretch, you can come up and do the actual 90-90 stretch where your hands are behind your back, or maybe they're not. If your hips are a little more mobile, you can do it without your hands behind your back. If you want, or you can stay lying on the ground. It is up to you. I'm going to add a little twist in for myself, so if you are seated up, you might want to do this one. It feels pretty good. A little bit of a twist. Your low back got a little bit of work today as well with all the balancing. Twist. Twist. Breathe. If you're on the ground, you're just continuing on how you started. Breathe. For those of you doing the twisting and you are elevated like I am, if you feel like taking it a little bit further, as we have done before, you can rotate. Think of like a towel twisting. That torso is twisting around. So I'm exhaling and twisting, and then you can come down onto your forearms or stay on your hands. But I'm going to come down onto my forearms. Just makes it a little more intense. Holding it here, and you can really go as deep as you want. You can go further onto the mat if you choose to, or you can stay here. You can literally like just put your hands out to the side if you're flexible enough. I'm a little tight, so I can't quite go that deep. Breathe. If you are doing that twist, go ahead and come up. Switching sides. Twisting, remember it's like a towel rotating and twisting from your torso. Come down onto those forearms if you can. Go deeper if you want to. breathe. All right, come up. Now it's a good time, if you do have those pillows, you can bring them and actually put them like underneath your back and do as you kind of continue to cool down. You could put them behind your back like this, right under here, and just let your legs hang. You could put them in your upper back and just relax. You could do legs up the wall. You can follow along with my guided meditation that is on my IGTV. Let me know if y'all want me to update a newer version of that one. I listened back to it and it was a little hard to hear. So y'all let me know if I should redo it or not. I hope y'all have enjoyed this. I'm super tired and very hungry, so I'm gonna go eat. I hope to see y'all on Monday for gentle yoga. I'll undo everything that I did today to y'all. All right, y'all have a wonderful Saturday and weekend, and I'll see y'all next time. Thank you.